The future food crisis issue is a problem for our next generation to come, to cope with the situation that they will not be able to afford the cost of their food. The steep increase in the energy cost, as well as the reduction in agricultural land, and the reduction in the amount of irrigated water, will bring us to a situation that many communities around the globe will not be able anymore to afford the price of their food. The ARO, which is Agricultural Research Organization in Israel, has much experience and knowledge to cope with such an issue. I invite you all to be part of this event and to be part of a global discussion about this crisis, and maybe to be with us in the part of designing the solution and joining effort to bring solution to this issue. Please be with us in December 3rd and 4th for this event. Thank you very much.
Many debates at several international conferences have focused on trying to solve the global food crisis. It all boils down to a simple equation. More people means more food supply. This simple equation is compounded by the global climatic changes. Many objectives have been initiated. Some of them are in the hands of the scientists to solve. For example, increased productivity and minimizing crop losses. We in the Agriculture Research Organization, particularly at the Post-Harvest Food Science Institute, have looked into environmentally friendly compounds that may prevent insect infestations. These compounds are essential oils that are produced from herbs and environmentally friendly compounds that are insect specific and are behavior modifying. Obviously, for so many objectives, we would need a range of initiatives. Not all these initiatives are in the hands of the scientists, but we should remember and I quote from the OECD final report, no action is not an option. We have to take a collective responsibility for finding a holistic solution to the food crisis.
Insects, pathogens, and weeds affect virtually all crops, causing substantial yield losses, particularly in developing countries that are heavily dependent on agriculture production for food security, employment, and social well-being. Researchers at the Institute of Plant Protection, the Volcani Center, are focusing on all research aspects regarding detection and management of diseases and pests. We have developed environmentally friendly programs, forecast models, and computerized decision support system for pest management. Research and development in agriculture, capacity building, and dissemination of information to producers are the main key factor for sustainable agriculture and food security.
To overcome the challenges of the food crisis, they need to be taken two directions. The first one is to increase productivity of different crops, and the second one is to reduce the damages that are caused by environmental stresses as well as by pests and diseases. At the Plant Science Institute at the ARO, the scientists as well as the research staff are working to improve the yield and the productivity of the different crops by genetic means, as well as to increase the resistance of these crops to different environmental stresses and to pests and diseases. We're doing it also by classical genetic means, as well as by genetic engineering. In addition to that, we are developing methods to improve productivity by different modern cultivation methods, that will be utilized by farmers in the future.
I'm a senior scientist at the ARO Vulcani Center, one of the organizers and a session chair in the upcoming workshop ARO 90 Food Crisis. My research is focused on root research and development of approaches for a regulation of root development. Root structure and development are important determinants of plant health and reproduction. In the upcoming years, we would need healthier, better developed plants or crops for increased nutritional supplementation for increasing human population. This threat of hunger and malnutrition that we will be facing is a major concern to me, both as a scientist and as a mother.
Our mission as post-harvest scientists is simple: to maintain fresh produce, sound, free of disease, with high nutritional value for as long as possible. Post-harvest losses still account to 30 to 50% of production, and in developing countries, lack of resources is to blame. From a scientific point of view, we have to realize that fresh produce is live organisms, and we need deep understanding of their biology and the biology of their pathogens. The Department of Post-Harvest Science in the Vulcani Center is well adapted to this mission because it maintains tight interaction with reality, and it adheres to whole system approach to solve the problems ahead.
Fish are a healthy source of protein and essential fatty acids. Fish are obtained today from fisheries, and nowadays fisheries have plateaued around 90 million metric tons per annum. Of those 90 million metric tons, 30 million metric tons are used to produce fish meal, and fish meal in turn is used as an ingredient in fish feeds. Our mission is to find alternatives to fish meal in plant protein, which has been done already. In addition to that, we are searching different methods of increasing fish feed utilization, thus reducing the cost of feed and concomitantly reducing the pollution produced by the fish. Fish feeds are the single most expensive ingredient in the production of fish, and therefore any reduction in the cost of feed will ultimately lead to a reduction in the cost of the product for the consumer.